right, good morning, guys. It is, I don't know, it is November 19th. It's Friday. I am here live with you on Facebook. And we're going to be making some cards today. I did a 12 Days of Christmas, which ended yesterday, I believe, where I posted and I did a couple videos showing Christmas cards. So lots of Stampin' Up! Product, lots of red and green, different versions of red and green. So I am making a card. What am I trying to say? I'm making a card based off of one of those cards. So I actually don't have that card anymore. I guess I sent it to somebody. I don't know. But I'm going to take the same kind of idea and run with it. So I wanted to show you two different versions of some Christmas cards using kind of the same product. So we're going to be using a tree set. First of all, why don't you let me know if you're here? That would make me happy. If I'm sounding a little out of breath, I just came in about 10 minutes ago, put all sorts of groceries away, and was like, whew, okay, not a minute to spare this morning. So what we're going to start out with is what Stampin' Up! Is all about, paper, ink, and stamps. So our first card is, we're starting out with, good morning, Lola. I'm glad you're here. It's very early for you guys. I've already been out to Walmart, done some Thanksgiving food shopping, trying to beat the rush. So we're going to start with paper, ink, and stamps. We're going to start with our traditional Christmas colors, which is in Stampin' Up! World. This one is Real Red and Garden Green. And we have it cut so that it's going to stand up, the cardstock, so it's going to stand up like an inverted V or like a tent. So what is this? 4 1/4 by 11. So, oops, don't need to do that. We're gonna fold it in half, like so. We have a piece of garden green, and of course I need some adhesive. Hopefully I grabbed the right one. So we have garden green, which is 4 inches by 5 1/4. So we're just doing, maybe you need a card that doesn't require a whole craft room full of supplies. Maybe you want to mass produce some of these guys. So then this piece of basic white is 3 3/4 by 5. And what we're going to do is, I need a piece of scratch paper. We're going to take our ink pad, garden green. We're going to stamp, and so that we get two different colors of green, with one stamp pad we're going to stamp off. Let's see if this works. So here is the sample that I'm making, or this is the sample of the card that I'm making. So we're going to take this big tall tree and we're going to just stamp it on the right hand side. We're going to leave a little bit of space because we have a smaller tree, just for some dimension. So this guy's, both of these guys are full strength. And then I have my smaller tree like this, and I'm just going to stamp off. This way you have different color variations. but it's just the same ink pad. And then you're just going to stamp in between, like so. And we're going to take this guy off and put this guy on, because I have a strip of basic white, and we're just going to stamp the greeting Merry Christmas. And I'm not even sure if I showed you guys the stamp set. This guy that we're using, Evergreen Elegance. I love this Merry Christmas. I just love the way it's written. I love the font. I think it's gorgeous. So we're taking this. This is 3 3/4 by, I'm going to say, 1 inch. And we're just going to stamp that guy in the middle, like so. And then we're almost done with this card, but I have another version of this card, but it's just stepped up a little bit. So stick around. We are going to layer this card, or this cardstock, like so. And then we're layering this guy just over the trees, like this. So I wanted to show this card for you guys. Like, I don't want to have all this stuff. Like, if I showed you my craft room, maybe you don't want all that stuff, which is perfectly fine. But just a few supplies and you can create your Christmas card. So there's your Christmas card right there. So there you go. There's this. All right, now the stepped up version, I'm going to keep this guy right here. So the stepped up version is just a few more supplies. All it's adding is designer series paper. Now, of course, with this one, I'm assuming you have a paper trimmer. I think when people ask me, ooh, a cat just jumped up on the table. If people ask me what's my one go-to tool, I always say a paper trimmer. I couldn't live without my paper trimmer, I don't think. So here's the card that we just did. Now we're going to step it up a little bit. Maybe you have a pack of, in Stampin' Up! World, we call it designer series paper, DSP. Maybe you have a stack of pattern paper, and you have all these little, strips. Yes, Lola, the Big Shot. I love it's not a Big Shot anymore. It is a Stampin' Up! Sells the Stampin' Up! Cut and Emboss machine, which is amazing. But that's when you start getting into like, ooh, I want all the things. Who doesn't want all the things? But maybe you don't. Maybe you're downsizing. Maybe you're, coming and going. I know a lot of you guys are, winter visitors. Me, we come and go. We go back and forth. So, which Stampin' Up! Has solved that problem too, because now we have the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So you can just put it in your car and it's good to go. It's smaller than your old lunchbox. Okay, good morning, Diana. So we're going to stamp just like we did the other one. We're going to find our garden green ink pad, and we're going to just ink this guy up. And I kind of liked how I did the second card a little bit. The trees had a little bit more different height on them, and I kind of like that. And like so. Oops, that could have been a big mistake, huh? Oops, still need this guy. Then we take our smaller, fluffier. This tree looks like it would probably go in your house. Nice and full. We're going to stamp off. Thank goodness that little extra part there reminded me. Just so we have a little bit of different color. We're going to put that guy right there. Like that. Now we're going to take some strips of designer series paper and we're just going to layer them. You just kind of played around with what colors I wanted. And I just want the red peeking out a smidge. So I am putting some adhesive, like, I think I did that wrong. Not really wrong, but it's going to be a little bit harder to line up. If I would have put it on this piece of paper, it would have been easier. But we're going to go with it. We're just going to line that guy up like so. And then that's going to go right here, like that. So you're just basically taking away the white space when you're adding the designer series paper. And I say chop it. Chop up all your designer series paper. Chop it, chop it, chop it. Let's not hoard it. Okay. Now for the greeting, I didn't walk over here with a pencil, but I believe I've showed you guys before, is how to, let's see. I'm just going to stamp that because we're going to cut out the greeting. And you're going to take our super sharp paper snips, like so. And we're just going to outline where you want to cut. And this pencil isn't very sharp. But that way it gives you a guide as to where you want to cut. Oops. Rumor has it that you're going to get a more not so jaggedy, a not so jaggedy cut is, I believe, the purpose of this. Is it actually going to work this time? Let's cross our fingers because I'm on camera. And you can always erase it too, right? Like if I got a little too close, like I'm literally right sitting on top of that S. Yeah. I'm gonna have to erase a little bit. So we're gonna do this, and we're gonna put some dimensionals on this guy to pop it up a little bit. And then we're almost done with the card. I'm gonna do the inside greeting. Hopefully you guys try making this card, using it as a sketch. I would love for you guys to post them in the comments. And I am super excited. Well, one, I'm always excited when I get to spend time in my craft room. But my pre-order arrived. So one of the perks of being a demonstrator is you get to order things early. And then we get to order even earlier if we attend on stage, which last weekend I got to attend on stage, which is Stampin' Up's like convention, and they're still online, which is amazing because we get to go back and watch if you can't make it. But my pre-order was in the mail room here on campus, and I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get it because when the mail room's locked, as you would expect, the mail room's locked. And today, everybody's leaving campus to go home for fall break. And I was like, but I need my box. I'm not going to be a happy camper if I can't get my pre-order. But I got it, so I'm super excited. Yay! Okay, so we're going to put this guy on here just wherever. I think I'm going to put it right there. Like that. And then we're just going to layer. So I've got, oops, there we go. I have have, I think this is real red. Yeah, it's real red. And we're gonna add this on some garden green. So you guys tell me, what is your favorite Stampin' Up! Traditional Christmas combination? So this guy right here is garden green and real red. And this one right here is garden green cherry cobbler. And garden green cherry cobbler. I said that like I was gonna say more. Nope, that's it. But Stampin' Up! Has all sorts of greens. Now we have Evening Evergreen, which is a great one. You guys let me know, what are you gravitating towards? What greens and reds this season? What else was I going to show you? The inside. All right. So the inside I did, I didn't really do too much to it. I just did the green. I was going to like maybe do a tree or something like that, but I decided that I really just liked the greeting. The greeting says, "May the beauty of the season bring you joy and warm memories to cherish throughout the year." Once again, stamped in garden green. And I'm super excited because I have a stack of Christmas cards sitting here. That is awesome. Yay me. If you know me in past years, I'm like at the very end trying to make Christmas cards, which is funny because I enjoy making cards all the time. But doing these videos, being with you guys on Fridays, doing 12 days of Christmas has definitely helped me out building up my craft stash. Or my craft stash. Well, yeah, that too. But my Christmas card stash. So here is your kind of casual, I've got a few things. Let's make some Christmas cards. And this is, I've got some designer series paper that I just need to chop up and use too. So let's see which ones you guys create. Post them in the comments, like I said. Thank you guys very much for being here on this Friday, bearing with me in my hurry up and let's get this video going after I put all my groceries away. I just literally kind of threw them in the refrigerator. So I have to go back and like redo stuff. But everybody have a great Friday and I will see you later. Thanks guys. Bye.